Hey, Pretentious Engineer here. This is a great question about why I moved to Japan and how I found this job. And in some ways, I would argue this job found me. So I wanted to go through my career journey really quickly with you, but I thought this would be helpful if you're trying to figure out like how to build your own career and all the wonderful places you can go. So first of all, to provide some context, I studied mechanical engineering and ended up doing a co-op at Johnson and Johnson, working on their minimally invasive surgical technologies at Ethicon. And that provided me an opportunity to get a full-time job there where I worked across a wide range of surgical tools as both a design engineer, a robotics controls engineer, and eventually a systems engineer, getting into surgical robotics. Over those 7 years of that career, I was often perceived as like not technical. And I was a really good connector and doing things like glue work in order to bring individuals across our organization together to solve difficult problems. There's a little bit of stigma in design engineering that I had to work through. But I made a lot of intentional choices to do lateral moves over the years in order to get a broader experience. So I dabbled away from, well, not away from it, but I dabbled in addition to mechanical engineering. I really looked into that electromechanical space. I started to work across wide robotic systems. And in parallel to that, in my personal life, every summer we would do short term missions trips to Japan. So we would connect with small churches, understand unmet needs in the local community, and then support them with English as second language classes, cooking classes, sports ministries, all that fun stuff. Well, about 2 years ago, I noticed that my manager was looking through a website associated with some of my missions work. And I was like, oh, that's kind of weird. And I didn't think anything of it. I was like, what's going on with that? And then about 6 months later, I was presented with a piece of paper that basically said Johnson and Johnson would like to reposition me to Japan in order to connect with Japanese clinicians and marketing and sales to better understand the unmet needs in the Japanese market concerning surgery, and then be a bridge between that front end or from those marketing insights to front end global R&D. So basically all my skills of connecting and working across the organization across wide technical spaces converged with my personal life of knowing the language and the culture and being open to a relocation. And I kind of had a consistent development plan that said, hey, I'm open to Japan. And I've said that for like 7 years. I was told a job in Japan doesn't exist. And then all of a sudden, there's this strange business need that converged with my skill set and my reputation. So if you're trying to find opportunities like this within your career path, like know that it's niche and it takes time and persistence. It took 7 years for this job to open up, but it's because I put in the work and built the reputation and made the friendships that got me there. So anyway, you could sip on that. I'll see you around, friends.